Hello, Elevate Nation. Today, you will be able to interpret products of whole numbers. Let's start with our first problem. Our first multiplication problem is 2 times 6. Our first number, 2, represents the number of groups. And our second number, 6, represents the number of objects in each group. Many of you already know your multiplication facts, but another way that we can solve this problem is by creating a model. Let's use pepperoni pizzas to create our model. We can represent the number of groups by creating 2 pizzas. We can represent the number of objects in each group by drawing 6 pepperoni slices on each pizza. What do you think will be the product of 2 times 6? If your answer was 12, you are correct. Awesome job. But let's see what will happen if we change the order of the numbers in our multiplication problem. Instead of 2 times 6, let's try 6 times 2. This time, our first number is 6, and it represents the number of groups. And 2 represents the number of objects in each group. If I wanted to create a model, this time I would create 6 pizzas, and on each pizza, we would have 2 pepperoni slices. Do you think we would still have the same product of 12? Let's check by skip counting. By twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We notice that whether we multiply 6 times 2 or 2 times 6, we have the same product of 12. We also know that that is true for any other multiplication problem. If we switch or change the order of the numbers, we will have the same product. Let's look at the next problem. Which grouping represents 36 apples placed equally into baskets? Select 2 answer choices. After we have read the question, we must circle our keywords and key numbers. Our first key word is groupings. Our first key number is 36. And our second key word is equally. Another phrase that is very important when answering the question is highlighted below. Select 2 answer choices. This means we must read all of the answer choices and select both answers. If we only select one answer, we will not receive credit and it will be marked incorrect. If we select more than 2 answers, we will also not receive full credit and it will be marked incorrect. After we have circled our keywords and key numbers, we must next understand what the question is asking us to do. From examining our keywords and key numbers, we are being asked which numbers can be multiplied to give us a product of 36. Let's look at the first answer choice. 6 apples in 4 baskets. We can write this as a multiplication problem of 4 times 6. 4 represents the number of groups or baskets, And 6 represents the number of objects in each basket, which are apples. Because changing the order of the numbers still will give us the same product, we also can write it as 6 times 4. Both will give us a product of 24. Another strategy I can use to solve the problem is to create a model. I can draw an array with 4 rows, and in each row, it will have 6 objects. I can count them individually, or I can use skip counting to help me count them faster. Let's skip count by 6. 6, 12, 18, 24. 24 is not equal to 36. So we will use our answer eliminator below and eliminate the first answer choice. Let's look at the second answer choice. 6 apples in 6 baskets. 6 apples in 6 baskets can be represented with the multiplication problem of 6 times 6. 6 times 6 is equal to 36. I can also create an array. It will have 6 rows and 6 columns. I can count them individually, or I can skip count by 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Since 36 is equal to 36, then 6 apples in 6 baskets is correct. Let's look at the next answer choice. 7 apples in 4 baskets. 7 apples in 4 baskets can be represented using the multiplication fact of 4 times 7. 4 represents the number of groups or baskets. 7 represents the number of objects or apples within each basket. I can also represent 7 apples in 4 baskets by writing 7 times 4. Both have a product of 28. I can also create a model. My array can have 4 rows and 7 columns. I can count them individually, or I can skip count by 7. 7, 14, 21, 28. 28 is not equal to 36. I can use my answer eliminator below and eliminate 7 apples in 4 baskets. Let's look at the next answer choice. 8 apples in 3 baskets. To represent 8 apples in 3 baskets, I can write 3 times 8. 3 represents the 3 baskets or the 3 groups. 8 represents the total number of apples or objects in each group. I can also write the problem as 8 times 3. Both will give me a product of 24. I can also create a model. My array will have 3 rows and 8 columns. I can count them individually, or I can skip count by 8. 8, 16, 24. 24 is not equal to 36. Since it is not equal to 36, I will use my answer eliminator and eliminate 8 apples in 3 baskets. Let's look at the last answer choice. 9 apples in 4 baskets. I can represent 9 apples in 4 baskets by writing 4 times 9 to represent the 4 groups, which are 4 baskets, and the 9 objects or apples in each basket. I can also write it as 9 times 4. Both give me a product of 36. If I would like, I can create a model. My model can have 4 rows and 9 columns. I can count them individually, or I can skip count by 9. 9, 18, 27, 36. Since 36 is equal to 36, 9 apples in 4 baskets is the last correct answer. The correct answer choices are 6 apples in 6 baskets and 9 apples in 4 baskets, because 6 times 6 is 36 and 4 times 9 is 36.